You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
With so much life, not even thinking that we would realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from before. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us stay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray. Then I'll be up to judgment day. Just can't make it this way. Please deliver us today. Be like the Israelites did day. Please send us another Moses again. Lord, we just can't make it this way. Yes, deliver us today. We just can't go this way. We just can't make it this way. Please listen to what I say. Yes, hurry up with judgment day. We just can't make it this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Must we get old and gray? And the children can't see their way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites didn't they? Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. 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 Lord, we just can't go this way. Lord, we just can't make it this way.
I need you, Lord,
Can't go this way.
right now. Yeah, yeah. I must tell Jesus all of my trials. I cannot bear these burdens alone. In my distress, He kindly will help me. He ever loves and cares for His own. I master Jesus. I master Jesus. I cannot be. No. My burdens alone. I master Jesus. I master Jesus. Jesus can help me. Only Jesus alone. I must tell Jesus all of my troubles. He is a kind and compassionate friend. If I ask him, he will deliver. Make all my troubles quickly and hand. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. I cannot be.
I must tell Jesus.
My burdens alone. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. Jesus can help me. Only Jesus alone. What must I do when worldliness calls me? What must I do when tempted to sin? I must tell Jesus, and he will help me over the world. Victory to win. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. I cannot be. No. My burdens alone. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. Jesus can help me. Jesus can help me. Only Jesus can help me.
I say you get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that dragon, now you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. You get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that they care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. Say we got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we are to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, but black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking. To get it there easy, he got to practice economy. From getting it from the slave master to become the land owner, brother, is a terrible journey, packed with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get
When you have trouble, don't cry. Oh no, no. Just remember that God is standing by. Hold on, yeah. When you have heartaches, don't cry. Oh no, just remember that God is standing by. Sometime when you're burdenless, don't just remember God is standing by. Thank you, Lord. So there's no need to cry. Oh, God is standing by. Thank you, Lord. So don't you worry and don't cry. No. When you have troubles, don't cry. Oh no. Just remember that God is standing by. When you come running over, just remember God is standing by. Thank you, Lord. So there's no need about your pain. Yeah. Put your trust in the Father. Yeah. Oh, God is standing by. Take it home. So there's no need to cry. No need to cry. Oh, God is standing by. Lord, I'm fighting. So don't you worry and don't cry. Don't cry. Forget about your troubles and don't cry. No. Forget about your pain and don't cry. Just trust in the Father and don't cry. No, I don't shed. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And this is how we start eating in the village.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, though, come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Meditate.
And there you have it. The resident love doctor, the man himself. We call him Dr. Love. And of course, yes. And folks, as we always say here in the village, we originate. We don't imitate. Of course, we said it doesn't matter what color t-shirt you wear a pink t-shirt, a gray t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt. Each and everyone is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. Doesn't matter what planet you're from. You're from Mazatanius, Xenoranius, Sonoranius. Each and everyone is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, the only radio station on the planet with an oath/pledge to the people that listen to us. Take a listen.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. The only program on the planet with an oath/pledge to the people that listen to this program. And here we have the man himself, the one and only, the man commonly known all across Trinidad and Tobago, and yes, in Tobago as well. My good friend, my pal, Uncle Tommy. Tommy, welcome.
Good evening, Professor. How are you today?
I can't complain today. Today's a splentastic day.
Nice temperature outside today, too.
I can't complain. Boy, it was windy today, boy.
Yeah, windy, but the temperature, it didn't even get above 80.
Yeah, it didn't get above 80, man. That was a good day. You know? And you know something, Tommy, today, right? So I went to the track today and I tell myself I go run 4 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Whatever it is, it is. So I started off, and you know, when you start, you don't feel too good. I said, all right, if I could get 2-3 miles in, are good. So I started off, you know, I passed a mile. I said, all right, let me try for 4. I kept going. I get to 3. I said, all right, let me try for 5. I get to 4. I say, yeah, all right, let me push the needle a little bit. Let me try for 6. Right? So I pushed the needle, man, and today I ran 6 miles.
And the winds help you too, right?
Nah, the wind was against me, man.
Oh, you were running against the wind.
Yeah. Sometimes when I was like running in place. So I average about 8 minutes and 15 seconds per mile. You know, which I mean, my intention wasn't to run 6 miles, but some days, you know, when you don't feel like running is the day you have to run.
You had to still push the envelope.
Yeah. There are days that you don't feel like getting up and walk. You ain't feel like doing nothing. That's the day you gotta get up and do something.
True.
You know, so I did and when I was finished that, man, I did 5 times 100 too.
Wow.
You know, so I really pushed the needle today. I push it. And I mean that's just to
How are you
inspire
feeling?
other people to push the needle too, you know what I mean?
How are you feeling now?
Feeling tired.
Well, you have to take you have to take a side effect.
I tell you, I go like no longer I run 6 miles, boy. It's been a little bit. You know, but sometimes I just had to push myself, and
Yeah.
sometimes I just say, you know what, just hold back a little bit. But I really pushed it today. First in the village tonight was Bijram. Bijram said, "Good day, Uncle Tommy on Wall Street. Today menu: fry aloe and hot sada roti." Right, aloe pie
Potato, yeah.
or is aloe
Aloo, which is potato.
or potato?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Fried potato, okay. Fried potato with sada roti with some kuchela on the side. Kuchela make from mango, right?
Yeah. Well, you can make it from pumpkin too.
Right. Yeah. Judy, welcome. Good evening, Uncle Tommy on Wall Street. Happy, safe week. Yeah, I know. I've eaten kuchela, pomsite kuchela. I wonder if they have dashing kuchela.
You can never tell the way people are creative.
Yeah. What about pineapple that kuchela?
I wouldn't be surprised if they take green pineapple and make kuchela.
That might taste real good, you know. I think that would taste excellent, to be honest with you.
Maybe you're giving some ideas if nobody thought of it before. So maybe somebody new.
Yeah. Maybe Bijram could try it. Bijram, try some pineapple kuchela and let me know what it tastes now. You know what I mean? Yeah, Bisram.
Yeah, good night. Good night, Dr. Tommy and Wall Street. How you going?
Everything is fantastic, man. How you going?
Hello.
Yeah, we hearing you. Go ahead now. How you going?
I could hardly hear you, man.
I mean, you could hardly hear me. Go by the Wi-Fi. Go by the Wi-Fi.
Well, I'm paying the bills, man. Hear this.
Eh.
You know.
Wait now, what kind of dog you have in your bag there? Is that a Doberman or a Potong?
That hunting dog.
Where does go on
It's
hunt?
not a Doberman.
Where does go on hunt? Crab?
Hunting all in the bush hunting now, but there is a forest area.
And where does come back with?
Not me, when they better go hunt. I do go hunting. They come back with booty.
Oh, okay.
All kind of animals. Hear this.
Yeah.
You know, I come up with a problem to solve crime.
Tell
a
me.
simple problem.
Tell me what it is. Tell me.
But if I tell you, you mightn't believe me.
No, I will believe you.
Try us, Bisram.
See?
Yeah, PNM had a family sports day yesterday.
Sports day, right? You know, you didn't do crime in the country.
Yeah.
So I suggest they should have that family day, that sports day every day. She will not in the country. That easy way to solve crime in this country. You find so?
Hold on, Bijam. Tommy want to say something. Go ahead, Tommy.
Well,
hold on.
Bisram, I was reading the papers today. Right next door to you in Matura, it had 3 killings last night.
Yeah, I heard about it there, but I live in away from Matura. I live in Fishing Pond. If I take
but that is so far from Matura because after Matura is Grandy and Fishing Pond right outside of Grandy.
Yeah, but I live in. You have to use to go to reach Matura. Or I could use a boat from Fishing Pond and go to Matura.
Yeah,
but you see,
I know the route.
Yeah. But what about it?
Yeah, so Bijam, I hear you. That might not be a bad idea if they have a sports day every weekend.
Every day. I don't want to sit down and study things, you know. I come up with an idea there. I don't know.
But Bijam, I heard there was some stabbing in the sports day.
Stabbing and shooting.
Sunday?
Saturday.
It's Sunday.
What Sunday? All right, Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
that?
I have some stabbing and shooting.
Yeah, I hear somebody say that. I really watch it. Me really interested in that. But I want to come up with a next thing, right?
A next idea.
I want you to follow me carefully, right?
Carefully.
You hear me?
Yeah, we following you carefully.
Hear this.
Yeah.
When PNM done in this country, right, and if Kamala come back in power, right? How can they really solve that problem when the country has no money and things? People will go through some pressure. Tell me.
You know, Bijam, listen off here.
Yeah.
Listen off here. We got to address that. I want to address that. But listen off here. I got to address it.
Yeah, all right? Because I hear one and two talk show hosts talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Better leave PNM there, but because the kind of mess the other government will have to take care of. They will put pressure on people.
Yeah.
So that PNM, I don't know if they will do everything to lose election. You understand?
Yeah, I hear that.
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, all right. I'll listen up here there.
Yeah. Tommy, you know, I don't understand sometimes, you know, boy.
What don't you understand, my friend?
You telling me, right? You suffering under our government. They're taxing you left, right, and center. It's tax after tax after tax. What I was saying is fet after fet after fet. With them it's tax after tax after tax after tax. And you telling me you will come and say about, boy, let us keep this government in power because if our next government come, they go to go through this and they go to go through that and they go suffer people and all kind of thing. You Tommy, help me, Tommy. Please help me.
I think we all need help when it comes to understanding the mindset of the Trinidadian at this particular point in time. Not all Chinese, not all Chinese, but
To me, I never hear kind of madness like that, boy. You know what that song like, Tommy? That song like when Donald Trump was in power. And you and I, as immigrants, even though we are citizens of this country, feel, boy, like we threatened when we leave our homes. And you go tell me that I go come up and say, well, you know what, boy? I rather Donald Trump come back, Because if the new party come into power, all the things that he do, they gotta suffer we and all this kind of dotishness. I mean, how them just come up with them kind of idea, Tommy boy?
I don't know what they're drinking.
You sure they ain't doing more than just drinking?
It had to be more than that.
Oh, but Tommy, make some sense out of it for us now, man. Come on, man.
Sense. The only time you're going to see sense is if you're making up $1 in money.
Oh, boy. KFC, welcome.
Good night, Uncle Washit. Good night, Tommy.
How you going, KFC?
Uncle KFC.
Good night to Tunji Anderson and Kingsley Boy Lockton. I feel like every artist like they went Skinner Park Sunday, I call them to ask them that them telling me leave the PLM, they then go try to fix back the country. These people fell up at the PLM.
I don't get that, boy. I just don't understand that kind of mindset, boy.
We fighting our cause. I come in every day burning fire to get rid of the evil. You say the evil, but I wasting time burning fire.
I listen to that. I say, what kind of madness is that, boy? I think like them fellas that went to the dentist and instead of they putting Novocaine in the gum, they put it in their brain. Because
I take in the Prime Minister yesterday. He speech at the he tell you all PLM in Skinner Park, they all pray for the West Indies. You see, you only pray for the West Indies. So go over them, they make 135 runs.
But KFC, boy, and I vexed too bad, boy. I stay up till after 12 this morning to watch that game. You understand?
I was taking the game that I read it come down there.
Yeah.
Knocking out.
Yeah, and Puran out quick. Hope out quick. It's Chase that come and save the day, boy.
Yeah. But if that man they get run out, you make some runs, you know.
Yeah, no, but you know
Jamaican,
what?
Man?
Yeah, what's his name again? Russell. Yeah. I say, boy, West Indies have a chance to make the semi-final, boy. As soon as the Prime Minister open him out, he drinks the whole friggin' team.
You know, you go on down by the side, people don't in the constituency about four people get shot, 3 youth men die. You know, you go send condolences to the family. And nothing about the crime rate, nothing at all you talk about that. You're going to talk about West Indies. This thing going so good as you open your stick more, the West Indies come and lose. You tell us that I will keep you and pray for the West Indies. They balance also. The West Indies going good.
Leave them alone. Leave them.
You pray goat mouth and the West Indies, same and they come and lose.
Sad.
That bad.
Yeah, man.
But at the start point with the last time, man, they should have put more runs and things, man. They even give South Africa.
They didn't get them.
They go and fight South Africa. Watch that easy.
Yeah, it didn't look like they proper fight in that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they proper fight at all, man.
But this team was still better, though. This team was better. This team give me hope for the first time in a long time. It give me some hope. Yeah, they reach far. They give me some hope this time. Not like the other time.
If I'm not going to be South African in there, I feel it.
You feel so? Well,
yeah, two of them go gunning.
You know, India always there in the final. You know, India always there. Yeah, man. All right.
I
Bless.
love to understand to clean the program.
Yeah, man.
My boy told me, I ain't them at all, but he told me you're sleeping already. Wake up, wake up.
Yeah.
UFC, I'll let you run the show.
Rishi
Yeah.
says Wall Street look like we have a world war soon. You never know world war, man. Wrong with you. You never know world war. Why we gonna have a world war, Rishi?
World War II was the last World War.
Yeah, Rishi, why we talking about? Well, listen now. I think Rishi in Iraq.
That's where he is?
Rishi, where are you again? Are you in Iraq? I think he was in Iraq the last time he talked to you.
Maybe he knows something that we don't know.
That's what I was saying. That's why I kind of take it back because I remember Rishi tell us where you are now. Anything Rowley indulges are blind. But Tommy, I don't know if the media missed something that happened this Sunday in that sports there when Dr. Rowley came to the stage. I feel the media, well, let me not say they missed it. They conveniently missed it.
You think so?
Yeah, and we go play it after the top of the hour. I want to think that the media conveniently missed that. And we go play it after the top of the hour. Yeah, because I mean I was kind of listening, trying to see if any of them go play it, and I I hear nothing. I hear nothing about it. Yeah.
Yeah. But getting back to TC and Heavy and advising people to put back the PNM. All I'll say is that the messaging and the program consistent when it comes to that frequency.
Oh. Well, I doesn't know. I just see Heavy playing Philip Alexander consistently now. I'm starting to question it, Tommy. I'm starting to look at them cookie eye. You know what I mean?
I saw this one post by Philip where he was calling out the head of the airport. What
Airport authority?
Not is the authority you call it, who deals with them with the marketing space. The
the marketing space in the airport. I ain't sure who that is, no? Somebody in the chat can tell us.
He was saying it's the same person who owns
one of them franchises. One of the
who's
franchises.
in charge of Starbucks.
But Tommy, is that really something earth-shattering happening in Trinidad?
No, what he was highlighting is the conflict of interest.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. That's par for the course in Trinidad and Tobago today.
That's normal, right?
That's normal. Not no. You're absolutely correct. That's normal. So I mean, what? Yeah, that normal.
And he went on to say that whether the red or yellow is the same program when it comes to concessions and important assignments like that. That there's an ongoing conflict of interest regardless of who. So I was saying, since he highlighted the fact that red or yellow conflict of interest is afoot at every turn, what's his alternative? Can it be the PEP?
Well, maybe it's Makila Pandey. I don't know. Maybe it's Makila Pandey. I don't know.
Maybe it's the PEP.
I listen. That fella, he should bring the waffle franchise to Trinidad and Tobago. Seriously.
He'll have to get power first.
No, he don't need any power to bring the waffle franchise. He needs to be the CEO, president, vice president, and general manager of the waffle franchise in Trinidad and Tobago. There is nobody that waffles more than that fella. it depends on the time of the day, or the time of the year, or
the moon,
or the oh God, oh, he said the moon. Maybe the sun too.
That too.
You understand? And the thing that people you always say, well, the fella have good ideas. Tommy, you see that thing that we just play at the top of the hour just before we start the program, right? There is something that talks about the way how you deal with little things is how you're gonna handle large things.
That's right.
How you handle big things. And the way that gentlemen have handled little things gives you a great indication of how we will handle large things. Yeah? JS, who's JS? JS. JS, where you from? Good night, Uncle Tommy and Professor Walsh on Holu Lockdown. JS says Wall Street, Rishi back in Trinidad, and just only give real trouble. So is the wife who going on start the next World War. Oh God. Oh, ain't easy, you know, right? Alan, welcome. Wall Street, you 1%.
Yeah, Alan.
Okay. You said the 1% own that thing? Tommy, do you think Trinidad is too far gone with all these franchises that are owned by like 3 or 4 companies?
You know what? It will take a miracle to straighten out Trinidad.
Can it be straightened? Could it be straightened?
Any and everything is possible because where there's life, there's hope.
I agree with you. I agree it could be straightened.
Sometimes it takes drastic measures to realign things that are totally out of line. Even though we really don't want anything drastic to happen because the fallout could be very grave.
You know, Tommy, I wanted to play some news last time. Let me play this. This was the news I wanted to play from yesterday and from yesterday. Hold on, let me play this.
For a second consecutive year, questions about the process of appointing attorneys to the rank of senior counsel have been raised. However, Attorney General Reginald Amor believes there are several other systems that should be considered for review. When asked if he believes the process should be reviewed, Amor said the country will do well to review many of its processes, systems, and institutions such as constitutional and education reform. He said the process of awarding silk should not stand in isolation of those, as he believes stakeholders must be engaged in meaningful consultation. The Attorney General is part of the process of reviewing silk applications and holding consultations before handing the confirmed list to the Prime Minister, who then submits it to the President. Former Speaker of the House and Chairman of the Police Service Commission, Nizam Mohammed, is questioning why he was snubbed of the position of Senior Counsel for a second time. On Monday, an official list of 16 senior counsels was announced and 13 awarded silk at the President's house. But Mohammed's name was not on it. According to him, an original list of senior counsels coming out of both the Law Association and the Judiciary had his name at the top. However, somewhere along the way, he said his name was scratched off and possibly replaced before it landed in the hands of the President. Mohammed is now calling for answers and believes the Attorney General should be held accountable.
My name was the only name removed from the list. At what stage my name was removed and for what reason? The stench that emanates from the upper chambers where this matter was processed is very discomforting.
3 heavy blows to the PNM government yesterday at Labor Day celebrations at the Charlie King Junction. But while that sort of criticism has become commonplace at these gatherings, the union bosses went a step further and endorsed the United National Congress.
Who is our best friend in this struggle?
The Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association remains adamant that it will not share a platform with any union that has a political agenda. TUTA was present yesterday for Labor Day celebrations, and its president, Martin Lumpkin, said this was to show that they will still stand in solidarity with the labor movement. However, Lumpkin reiterated to CNC3 News that they drew the line when it comes to endorsing any political party. Lumpkin said they will hold to that long-standing principle even if it is at odds with the joint trade union movement.
Even if J. Tom says that it's supporting a political party, we are not on that position. From what the president would have said recently in terms of a certain political party and joining with them on certain issues, we are saying that we are not of that position.
The opposition leader is telling the labor movement that they hold the power to change oppressive political and economic systems, and further called on them to fight for their rights. In her Labor Day message, Kamala Prasad-Bissessa accused the government of attacking the working class by shutting down several state companies, embarking on mass retrenchment, causing a collapse of the free collective bargaining process and an increase in the cost of living. Prasad-Bissessa said once the UNC returns to office, the Industrial Relations Act and the Retrenchment and Severance Benefits Act will be revised. However, in his Labor Day message, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley focused on the impact of artificial intelligence on the local labor market. He emphasized AI's role in reshaping industries and redefining work, noting both its productivity benefits and job displacement effects. Dr. Rowley acknowledged historical labor figures but focused on AI's challenges, including its psychosocial impacts and the uncertainty it brings. He called for a collective approach to manage these changes, urging cooperation among all sectors. The Prime Minister went on to assure that his government stands as a willing partner, recognizing that there are no adversaries, just different perspectives, all in the mix for the country's further.
So there you have it, Tommy.
Yeah, the audio and the tape and the video went down towards the end, but the message came across anyways.
Yeah, just a kind of a message, different messages now, and there was some congratulations to people who got silk from the PNM. Here it is.
Grassroots in Superior, in San Fernando, Pinal de Bay, sorry.
The truth that money does grow on trees becomes a reality. People forget that agriculture is money, and money can grow on a tree.
A spade is a spade, a duck is a duck, a rabbit is a rabbit. If you're a rabbit and you feel by putting a duck feather on your back, you become a duck, you're going to get yourself in trouble, all right?
Yeah. But Nizam Muhammad and his silk issue seems truly biased, because he's been at the game ahead of and been more involved ahead of many who got
senior and qualified. And qualified. That was a travesty what they did to that guy.
Ahead of many who did get silk.
Yeah. Let me take this call before we go for the break. Brooklyn. Just before we go for the break. Brooklyn.
Good night to you, Wall Street, and good night, Uncle Tommy.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Wall Street, you know, me and Evie and them, we just everything, but the point that Evie and them make, right? You all just also admit to it, because you asked Uncle Tommy if he think Trinidad and Tobago could be fixed, and he said it will take a miracle, right?
Yeah.
And there's the same idea that they had on their show. Why they say, you know what? If any government come in power, what the PNM have done to the country in the past 9 years, going into 10 years, that government that come in will have to do some crazy things if they wouldn't go to the IMF. Without going to the IMF, that government would have to make magic in Trinidad and Tobago, right? Because the pain that is the PNM government right now is putting the country through. Kamala Prasad-Bissessa and she team will not be able to fix anything or do anything in the first 5 years of coming in power. So what they were saying was
Brooklyn,
yes.
100% disagree with that. And here is why.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
finish. Let me finish. You gonna understand what I'm
But wait, but Brooklyn, hold on, let me just go for the quick break.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna go for the quick break and then we be right back. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere.
Stay right there, Brooklyn.
Stay right there. Yeah, folks, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, and you. Let's go for this quick break and we'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And of course, folks, the numbers here are 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509.
And you can also send your voice notes to that number. Brooklyn, go ahead.
Yes. So what they were saying is that just like, for instance, when NAR came in after the PNM had run the country without any interruption, and then a government came in and had to go to the IMF, and still NAR was doing some things which he had to put certain taxes on the citizens where they were against him for because they didn't understand what was taking place.
True.
What the PNM have done, this Rowley-led PNM in the last 9 years, would lead any government to have to put some heavier, and what they're doing, they're already putting taxes on the people. So what the PNM is doing, they have already implemented taxes on the citizen, so that when the other government come to put more taxes, the people will say that is evil wickedness. So why should Kamala Persad-Bissessar come in and take the blame for the wickedness of the PNM? So that's what their show was about. They were trying to say, you know what? Maybe if the PNM go 5 more years and the people see how evil it is and they feel the pain, then they're going to understand. Because, for instance, Wall Street, look at a place called Indian Walk. How a place could name Indian Walk and the PNM winning there? How? Wall Street?
Brooklyn, you have to understand Indian Walk is just a name. It doesn't really necessarily mean
it don't mean anything.
The Indian name in that is for native Indians.
Yeah, that nothing to do with it.
Not for immigrant Indians. So
calling Pastor Google and them morning show on them, and she hate Kamala, and she just talk all kind of thing about this and that, and black people shouldn't vote for Kamala. Right? So it has some people down there that really do not like the UNC, and there's not even to say African people. I just hear she on the radio. One time I tell she go from here and deal with she different because she talk a kind of racist talk too. But as I say, so the program was not to willfully give the PNM a win, but they was saying, oh God, boy, it go be wicked.
No.
Wickedness.
But Brooklyn,
that government to come in.
Brooklyn, that argument make absolutely no sense, man. Here's why that argument make.
Wall Street, because it happened already. So I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because NAR went through the problems, and you see what happened with NAR.
Times different. That was Brooklyn. That was 1986, man.
It was the information age. This is the information age.
That was 40-something years ago. That was 40-something.
And it's the same PNM we dealing with Wall Street, even worse.
So
Tommy, we dealing with that worst leaders.
But listen to this. But Brooklyn, let me say this.
Yes.
Me personally, right? I rather deal with a whole new government than to deal with this PNM government. And you know what?
And a lot of people will say so.
But listen to this. But listen to this. If they come into power and they don't spend all the type of money that the PNM spending on building all them buildings all across the place and renovate projects that's already sitting there, renovation, instead of starting brand new projects and wasting one set of money. How much $1 million they waste on the DPP office that never get occupied? How much money they waste on Naikwan? You know how much money them people wasting?
But you know what, Walshit? What I would like to see the UNC do?
I'm not here in Brooklyn.
Because they're not say, watch it for government come, government go.
It's not Brooklyn.
I see nobody face the jail, nobody get arrested. All the wrong the PNM is doing that we could see.
Forget about that.
We the people could see. Why it is that when a new government come in there, they don't take back from where the rich who taking now.
Nah.
Only 1% and all the rich who taking now. Why they don't take from them? Why do they still come back and implement taxes to the same poor people that when we go in the parlor, we have to pay tax on things when the rich and them take the money from the past government? So I would say what Kamala Posabi says them have to do is start campaigning and speaking, telling the people exactly what is the direction they will take in order to win votes. Because right now, the UNC, with our whole election, the UNC, the Hindu support is not with the UNC, no. So in order for the UNC to really gain momentum in this upcoming election, they really have to come out and tell the people something where the people going to really, we're going to hit them hard, take them and really say, yes, we're going to vote for UNC. Because I'm telling you, I know Trinidadians and them know. They will say, we're not suffering and go back and vote for the PNM in the Wall Street.
Yeah, but Brooklyn, but Brooklyn, here's this, sir. Me personally, I cannot come on the air. I cannot come on this air and say that I want the PNM to come back in power because what other party go face and the problem they go face, right? I'd be a hypocrite to be saying that. Me personally.
But it's a serious. This is a serious election because the government that if the PNM lost, which they may lost, but the UNC have to work hard. The UNC can't keep keeping no Monday night meeting and thinking they go win with that. The people don't know how that turned about years ago. They had to come with a different technique to get the minds of the people and tell us exactly what they're going to do when they come in power to get back some of that money that these PNM has been letting out, like by the garbage truck full of money to their friends and family. We want our money back, bottom line. So if the UNC willing to come and prosecute people that are stealing presently, and they have the best lawyers, I think they could start from there into making waves in the 2025 election, because we want to hear that they're going for the money. All the government had to say is we're going for the money, and that's going to make a change. And they had to go for it and give you a time limit too, and how long it going to take them, because they are the best lawyers. And them are not good lawyers. Hands on them as jokers. All right, well,
yeah, man.
You
bless.
You have a good night.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Good night to you, Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Tommy, I cannot sit here and say that based on the things that I have said, factual, and the suffocation of black people. You know the SCA test coming out on Thursday, right, Tommy? The SCA results, right?
Results, yes.
I want to see those results. And I am praying and hoping that there is improvement for the black students in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm hoping and praying that there is improvement. If it gets worse, what is left to be said if it gets worse, Tommy? Let me quickly go to the chat here, Tommy. I can't buy that. JS says Wall Street are living by Rishi. Hey, JS, you and Rishi, all it do Wall Street, don't say no. One wrong move one day by the US or other guys, we all hope never. All right. Rishi says, I have to send you some pics of your US destroyers out at sea. All right, Rishi. Mean Jean Julian, welcome. Ban Meha, how you doing? Welcome. Ban Meha say Kamala may not win. It's an election, you know. Yeah? Election. Tobago seats me with the king or queen maker. Ban Meha, there we go. Full 100. Right, Tommy?
Correct.
Full 100. And we want to talk about the TPP a little bit tonight because I see Christian Moore going up for chairman of the party, and Trevor James also. Bijam, welcome.
Yeah, I said I'll linger for you there for UNC meeting tonight.
All right, yeah. Okay.
I don't know if you're interested.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But may I say about early days yet? UNC meeting tonight. Nadira, welcome. Nadira, you're early tonight. Good night, Ansem, Tommy, and to everyone on the program.
Good night, Nadira.
Uncle Tommy, I think we need to do some history on Indian walk on Princestown in general. Well, Banma, we did that, you know. We already did that, right, Tommy?
Yep.
You see, I go look for it on my phone. I have it on my phone. I go look for it on my phone. I have it on my phone.
You see, what happens is that people are getting tied up with the name Indian walk, thinking that it's predominantly East Indian.
Yeah.
But it is not quite so, because Indian walk is the name Indian walk came from native Indians who were coming in from Venezuela.
Correct is right. Correct is right. And that's what our research told us with respect to Indian walk, because I really didn't know about it myself, you know. And I say, you know what? Let me do a little bit of research.
That's right.
Let me see if I could find it here real quick. It might be far down in my phone, eh? But I think it's kind of curious and interesting. What exactly? How did they get the name Indian walk? So let me quickly run through my phone here and see if I could get it, because I saved it, because I think it's good information to disseminate to the people, because sometimes we hear a name and right away, because of the name, Tommy, we think something.
Right, because when you hear that name, you would think that the area is populated predominantly by a certain segment of the society. That it may not necessarily be so.
Correct is right. You know, and so when I heard of the name myself, I was like, okay, let me try to find out a little more about the origin of Indian walk. You know, how did that come into being? But I'm looking at my phone here. It seemed to go on far, boy. I don't know if I may have passed it already. Let me see. Tuesday, Friday. And I have an editorial on the Prime Minister made a statement regarding the wealthy businessman from India.
Yes.
And
I listened to your editorial.
I'm so sorry that the baseless and poor excuse that he came up with. Poor excuse. Tommy, you could have come up with a better excuse than that.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm a different person to him. I would have vetted.
Yeah, you're a prime minister, and you going and negotiating with people, and you're not vetting. All right, Tommy. Even after you had a discussion with the person, before you go public, Tommy, do a little, have somebody
Do some research.
A little bit of research. That is it.
Because make sure that it's clean.
The resources at his disposal as the prime minister. I mean, you know, nothing supposed to get by him. Yeah.
But it also brings to mind whether or not he listens to anybody. Or he seeks advice from anybody.
We don't think that's a simple thing, though. Huh? A simple thing regarding trying to find out if there are any nefarious activities previously
or questionable dealings. You see, some people or some leaders or some people with power hold everything close to their vest.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really share information with people that they need to do so with. maybe we have a situation like that in this leader.
Or he's very careful with the information. All right, I don't know. I can't seem to find that. I had it here, but
But the care is convenient because when it comes to the Afri Exim Bank,
that's a little different to me.
it's a different story.
Yeah, that's a little
You
different.
were able to tell us that they didn't want their employees to be taxed.
To me, that's a little different. I mean, you know. All right, I can't find it. I had it there, but I can't find it. Yeah, I think Ban Meher might be. Nodera says Fali's saying he don't want property tax for Tobago. Okay. Ban Meher said my understanding is that they brought Indian indentures around American villages. There was something to that effect. That Nadira, Soul, good night. Highly welcome.
But Meher, the Indian for Indian work was not named due to indentured Indians. It was named due to the native Indians.
Yeah. And they came along by way of Venezuela.
That's right.
Yeah,
It was sort of a port area.
You know what?
Oh.
Let me try it again, Tommy, because I had it in here. Let me see if I still have it in here. Because that was very interesting. That was interesting information that we wanted to share with the people. Let me see something. See chat history. Whistleblower protection. Oh, here we go. All right. Here it is. Here it is. The constituency known as India Walk in Trinidad got its name from the pathway of the Gora June Indian who came from Venezuela through Moruga to trade in the mission known as Princestown. The name reflects the historical significance of the area and its connection to the indigenous people and their trade routes. So he's correct about, he talks about indigenous people, right? No, he said indentured.
Indentured, not indigenous. Indigenous meaning first people.
Right. So there it is. Rowley Telly unions, if they had a union, they can sell, but Petrosian is not there. I say like, is Rowley one? If they had a refinery, okay. But may I say, come on Wall Street, those exams are hacked. Maybe not in Trinidad. I don't know.
No. You know, he knows what he's saying.
You think so? You think so, Tommy? You agree with him?
The SEA, he said they're hacked.
No, I know that. But you agree with him?
I wouldn't doubt it. That
okay.
I wouldn't doubt it because the corruption is so deep. It's on all segments of society and all levels that the information that is coming on the exam could wind up in hands that will share the knowledge with students who are taking the exam.
Okay. Yeah, Caribbean, so I watched that video. There's a meeting tonight in Shogana. Ian, welcome. Ian says, guys, lockdown in Brooklyn, family time. Welcome, Ian. Banmea says it's about the indentures and it's why Princestown is so dominantly Indian in around the company villages, Americans in that area.
Yeah, that's a different segment. That's a different story.
Yeah.
Indian walk is not about indentures. It's about first people, about natives.
Yeah. Ian says it is sad they never taught the children today about the Americans. I never knew about no Americans when I was in Trinidad.
Now you do. Now you do, right?
Yeah, I know about Sir Walter Raleigh and Sir Francis Drake. I know about Christopher Columbus.
I knew about the Americans only because I went to school with one person who had American roots, and he always talked to us about it.
Nah, I never knew about. I never knew about no Americans. Yeah, nah, man. When we talk about history, man, it's British history we used to get, you know. We never
Yeah.
did we get any history about Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah, there was Caribbean history or West Indian history, as they call it.
What was the main thing that they taught us in Caribbean history?
West Indian history was everything surrounded Columbus.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm saying. Everything was around Columbus. What he did, the Santa Maria, the Nina, and the Pinta. He
Right.
discovered Trinidad in 1492.
That's correct.
He discovered all these islands in 1492. I don't know. Did he have GPS back then?
Well, I wouldn't say 1492 he discovered all, but that's where his discovery began.
But Tommy, a lot of them places still in 1492.
Maybe 1492 lasts for about a whole decade. Maybe the decade was 1492.
That was the decade of discovery. The decade of discovery. Rishi says Jindal is very wealthy people there in the oil business, very big. Okay. Okay. That's why the prime minister doing business directly with a businessman. Ian says it's how the company started. Highly agree to something, boy. Oh, highly agreeing, boy, Tommy. I wonder why highly agreeing today.
Well, the companies started with American soldiers who were not sent back to America because they weren't going to be free men; they were going to be still enslaved.
Yeah.
So in order to get freedom, they had to set them up somewhere else. So they started the companies.
Okay. Ian says that's how they named the company. Do you know Mrs. Manning is part of the Americans? I heard something about that, you know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
There's a lot of people in San Fernando were American descendants.
Yeah.
Like I said, one of my schoolmates was an American descendant, and he always kept talking to me about it. That's how I knew. The first information I got of Americans was from him.
Tommy, I gotta tell you something. I think Ian is correct. Eh? They hid a lot of our story from us. I have to tell you, when I left Tranquility in 1977, most of the history I knew was not Trinidad history or even Caribbean history. Most of it was they used to drum into us the Nina, the Pinta
and the Santa Maria.
We used to drill that into we. Christopher Columbus discovered Trinidad in 1492. Sir Walter Drake and
Sir Francis Drake and Walter Raleigh.
Correct. Yeah? Them and Tommy, look how much years ago and how I could remember that vividly. But I can't remember nothing about no kind of local history.
Because local history was non-existent when it comes to the curriculum.
Oh no, I remember something. The tallest building was Salvatore building. Come on, tell me. you gotta remember that. I remember that. I'm serious. I remember that. Look. You see? So some things, you do remember what was. Oh, at that time, the bank we used to go to was the Penny Bank. You know about the Penny Bank, Tommy?
Yeah, vividly I know about it, but the details, I don't have the details.
So back in the day, I went to Calvary Roman Catholic School up Calvary Hill. And what I used to do is that almost on a daily basis, Tommy, I used to go down to the bank and put in like 5 cents. And they'll take your book and they'll write in the 5 cents. Right? And you could see like, oh God, I have $5 in the bank. You understand? And you only see the number going up and up. Next week, you have $5.75. You see? The Penny Bank. I never know about no Scotia Bank. And I remember when they built the Workers Bank on Independence Square and Duncan Street. the bank building, what the PNM didn't want to give the Lavantil to Washington Empowerment Center.
Right.
Because the breakfast share was right next to that bank, and Chimuk Bakery was right across from that bank.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? Yeah, they heard our story from us. Banmea says they told us that Sandy Grande is named after a river, but the people will tell you it's about Columbus and his bloody massacre there. Big blood. Hey, Bijram, you know anything about that? Bijram living in Sandy Grande, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Nigel English, welcome. Where are you joining us from, Nigel? History is often penned by the victors, leading to a one-sided narrative. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Why do we still have a statue of Columbus in Trinidad and Tobago? Why? Why is Frederick Street still named Frederick Street? Eh? Who was Woodford Square named after? Why we name it still named Woodford Square? Why the highway still named Sir Solomon Hochoi Highway? What about Charlotte Street? Henry Street? I think they changed the name Duke Street, right? It's not Duke Street again, right?
One street was changed to
Wendy Fitzwilliams Way or something like that.
Williams Boulevard or something.
Yeah.
Or street or something.
Yeah. Think about this, Tommy. Think about this, right? We changed Emancipation Day to African Emancipation Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about the street on them? Pembroke Street, Pembroke Street, still where that from?
These are all colonials.
And today we still have them name. And I hear them fellas, some of them fellas was butchers, you know.
Of course they were vicious.
Vicious and butchers. Yeah, and we still have them names in Trinidad and Tobago. Come on now. Come on now, man. Yeah? Time for us to get real, you know. And as Shadow say, how come Columbus didn't need a passport or a visa to come to Trinidad? So you say Columbus lie? Yeah. Ian says, yes, they did. That's why you're not teaching it in school. Would you believe if the British teach me that? But I know real British history. Oh, of course we know there were people in Trinidad before Columbus and Tommy. What is another one about the Arawak and the Caribbean Arawak?
They say that's a false narrative also.
Yeah, what's the narrative about that? The Caribbean, the Arawaks.
One was vicious and one was peaceful.
And Tommy, we run with that, you know, boy. Oh God. Nigel says it is deliberately designed to maintain us as a servant class. I don't know that at all. Up George Street, or was it Henry? I don't remember now. Nigel say from New Jersey. Yeah, all this thing, and we have years to change this, and you're changing all kind of name. You're gonna change the emancipation name, but we are streets, right? Still from our colonial masters. So Solomon Hochoi Highway, Beatum, or the Beatum Highway. What about that one?
Right.
Tommy boy, I don't know, boy. We like it. Now we didn't like it, so because I guess we don't have a choice, right? Now, folks.
Of course we have a choice.
Now, folks, I want to play this video here. This is the video I was telling you guys that we were going to play before the break. I want you guys to listen and what the PNM Prime Minister said about silk. And Tommy, I would like you to help me here.
I'll try.
Or the audience can help me as well. And maybe I missed something. And I believe sometimes, you know, I fall short in certain circumstances. And I am open to help. Take a listen to this, folks.
If you fall short, I'll try to pick you up, all right?
Take a listen.
of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. The one thing that you are sure of, that I as Prime Minister will never take silk. Ladies and gentlemen, some of them only deserve crocus bag and blue duck. Talking about silk. But ladies and gentlemen, it appears...
Tommy, I am asking the question. Is the Prime Minister an attorney, first of all?
Question is no.
How could the Prime Minister give himself silk if he's not an attorney?
I don't know how that is a valid conversation, or should I say argument, in the first place.
But where does he come up with these? Where did that come from? And as a matter of fact, let me read for you, because I did a fact check on this. And because when I heard it, I was like, you know, I had to be Prime Minister. No, Kamala Persad nominated herself for silk, right? Or they nominated Kamala Persad for silk, right?
Well, however it was done, she had to have the last word because she was the Prime Minister.
But she's an attorney, right?
Yes, she is an attorney.
So here it is. In Trinidad and Tobago, the process of being awarded the title of silk, which is designation for senior counsel, is typically reserved for lawyers who have demonstrated exceptional legal expertise and service. The selection process is generally overseen by a committee or a legal body that assesses the qualification of candidates. So, how the Prime Minister will say, I can never give myself silk? He will never give himself silk.
Maybe he's studying law.
And you know what it is, Tommy? A certain person I was talking with today.
Mm-hmm.
All I go say is the word cricket. That is all I go say. I ain't saying nothing else. I just say cricket.
Okay.
Right? All right. Yeah, I talk to the person, and the person say, he don't see what the man say wrong. But Tommy,
that's out of time, and you are not an attorney. You could in a million years you will never be considered for silk because you are a geologist, not an attorney.
Let's take this one. COP, welcome.
Wall Street, good night to you, and good night to you, Uncle Tony.
COP, before you go, good night to you. COP, I gonna nominate you for silk. I nominating you for silk.
Say something, Wall Street?
Yeah, I said I'm gonna nominate you for silk because you don't need a law degree.
Well, the Law Association had approved that, or no?
No, I go get them to approve it for you. Don't worry yourself.
Wait. We always say, you know, Kamala Persad Bisesa and them give themselves silk. That doesn't happen, so you know. It's the Law Association that nominate names for silk. And that is how Adan Ramlogan and all of them get silk. In this silk, under the People's National Movement, 85% of the names that the Law Association sent in to get silk, 85% of those names that was denied under the People's National Movement and scrap on by the Attorney General, and them create the own list that they wanted. And that is facts, and that is the law. The Prime Minister cannot take 15, no Prime Minister, Kamala Persad Bisesa and Keith Rowley, cannot take 15 people and say, well, all right, we're giving these people them silk. That come from the Law Association. There's approved names for people to get silk. Wall Street. That is the facts.
But Kunji, then I understand. Yeah. Then I understand. If the Law Association,
no, understand.
Yeah, if the Law Association,
and it will reveal. It will reveal by tomorrow, right?
Okay.
You will see for yourself
all right.
which part The Law Association complaining now because 85% are the names that themselves sent to the Attorney General. That paper was scrapped, and 1 or 2 names from the Law Association name, and then make their own paper and who decide who to get served. That is unconstitutional and against the laws.
So I think the gentleman, is it Nizam Mohammed? I think he's right. I think he said
he was on that list too.
Right. I think he said he's gonna file a freedom of information in order to find out what was the list that was submitted by the Law Association.
Well, I want to tell you that list going to come out. That list going to come out. But it is not the list, these names and them that get circled. 85% is not the names of them that the Law Association approve and send to the Attorney General. That is facts.
Okay.
But Wall Street, I see Dr. Rowley and the PNM that come down San Fernando, Skinner Spark with the nonsense and foolishness. How come the PNM does have a family day fund and they can't keep it in Mova, they can't keep it in Laventille, they can't keep it in the Beatum, which part most of the base is? How it is that it's only come down south with the foolishness? And then again, you have a family sports day, right? Anything will bring the Minister of Sports to tell us what you do in communities so that family will benefit from these sports and them. How much cricket program you sponsor, how much table tennis you sponsor in community, how much volleyball team you sponsor. Nothing like that. And family they have fun just to cost the UNC and cost Kamala. And that is a family they have fun. You see them Indian man and them winding up on them Indian man and them in the PNM. Wall Street. You see the Express?
I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it. I see it too.
How them PNM Indian man and them like to hold and hug up the and wine beer and them send 5 cents, 10 cents, dollar.
Oh,
What kind of behavior is that? These is ministers. These is ministers and them. They don't matter what they do. They don't know images, everything. That conduct, that image you portray in the public, what is that?
COP, I want to ask you a question. COP, are you part of the group that is saying that you don't mind the PNM staying in power because if the UNC comes into power, they're going to have a lot of difficulties and they're going to put all kind of austerity measures and it's better the PNM come back? Are you one of those subscribing to that foolishness, COP?
I don't want to be in that statistic. To be in that statistic, somebody will be a stupid person.
Which one?
My intelligence and my knowledge, my education is not to think like that. My parents didn't send me to school to think like that. So foolish. I'm not even. You bring me out here, you know.
Bring you out. Yeah, they bring you out. Yeah.
I am not even in support. You see all them other UNC parties and them that say we want unity and we want unity. I'm not even in support of them stupidness. Because Gary Griffith party, if Gary Griffith keep a public meeting, he get 100 people come out here. And any one of them political party keep a meeting, they get 100, 200 people come out. So what base will they have? What base will they have? Instead of these people and them, go on the ground, work, build your base, get membership, keep a public meeting, and people come out and then tell Kamala Prasad this, sir. Look what I have. Look, I have these memberships. Probably the UNC will say, well, all right, you're working, we go bring you in. But once you're not doing that, go under the banner of the United National Congress. Not 5 parties that come together. Anytime they're going together, it's because they don't mind the PNM stay in power. That kind of thinking is illiterate. What you want to join with the UNC for? And if you join with the UNC and she accept unity, will let the PNM come in power. That is vindictive thinking. That is deceitful thinking. I wouldn't waste my parents' money that sent me to school to think like that. I would feel ashamed. Go under the UNC, go under Kamala, unless you are 800 membership. If you don't have that, go under UNC and stop making confusion and this and that, and we party and we party and we party. A party without 200 members is not a party. Am I talking foolishness, Uncle Tony?
No, you're making sense.
This country had two political parties, the UNC and the PNM. Others trying to create havoc to come in the UNC. Why do they go and ask for unity with the PNM? Why make confusion with the leader of the second biggest party in this country to get in inside? If me and you, if I cussing you, Wall Street, I quarrel with you, you will give me the opportunity to make money every week, and I cussing you and chastising you?
No.
No. They are being deceitful and they're being sarcastic and conniving in the strategy.
But COP, one thing before you go, COP, I understand something, right? And when I understand, and I'd ask question, COP, I don't understand. I just see a certain program playing thing by Philip Edward Alexander. Could you help me what that is about? Because I don't understand it.
Philip Edward Alexander?
Yeah, they'll be playing stuff with he and things.
I want you to tell you on the shoot, I don't listen to this guy. I wouldn't waste my time switching on his program to listen, because let me tell you something how this, you see, when you can use the vocabulary for your own agenda and studying, it have a general public listening to you. And just the other day, Philip Alexander give us all the good reason why all the political parties should come under the UNC. And he did that the other day.
Yeah, he did.
And he was no leader again. And he come, he said, all right, he gave us all the good reason why he went under Kamala and the UNC.
But
now he used his vocabulary for his agenda and say the UNC now is a bad party. So we're really telling people.
COP, but we keep talking about the fact that he's a waffle.
Yeah, he's out. We bring on a franchise to Trinidad called the Waffle House, and we making Philip Alexander the president, CEO, and general manager.
You go eat out all the waffle, man.
All right, COP.
You go eat out the waffle. You go eat out the waffle and them. The business go crash.
All right, later. Okay, later.
Uncle Tony, you continue going. Dire, poker, how you going? You continue tiptoeing and answer when the fight is necessary. Because Wall Street go look at the put you in that ballerina dress, you know.
Oh God,
you go put you in that ballerina dress, so it's a bat in your crease on Wall Street.
That's what I'm talking and saying.
To you listeners.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Kunji, you gone?
Yeah, all right. Go ahead. You listening? Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you ain't gonna see me in no ballerina.
Tommy, Kunji say you're tiptoe too. Tommy, I don't know why Kunji put you in that. His man said that's tiptoe. He put you in a ballerina dressed with a white socks and you're on your toes.
He trying to take you one off. And he's looking for somebody to give it to.
I don't know. But anyway, George Beard welcome. George Beard says, same thing UNC does, all you're too biased. What George talking about? George, what are you talking about? Where you joining us from, George?
George, we don't care about the UNC, PNM, nobody. We just care about Trinidad and Tobago. I know. We care about Trinidad and Tobago. Doing the right thing.
I want to know what we biased with, Tommy. I don't know. We only just give facts. Facts.
Truth to power. Truth to power. That's all we care about. Truth to power.
Yeah, I mean, George, where you joining us from? Tell us now. You know what? I want to play. Okay. Look this here. Look, Faris holding a man wrong you waist. You holding Ronson and wrong you waist. Oh God. Yeah, boy. I'll send me the picture. Yes, Tommy. I didn't see it, you know. Ah, boy, I ain't looking too good, you know. No, I didn't see it. Caribbean soldier sent it to me. No, I didn't see it in shoot. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
All right.
well,
Yeah, boy. Whoa. Boy. I ain't know now. Let me see. Who is this boy? I want to play. It's something I doesn't even know if let me hear what this guy's saying here. Hold on, hold on.
I'm gonna listen to this, how they could put Wall Street in that position. I were a partner and them doing your way. That's where a real partner and them doing.
Yeah, KFC. Oh, KFC hang up. I.
So what position they put you in Wall Street?
I don't know, boy.
Wall Street.
Hold up. Let me try to get this. Yeah, KFC. KFC phone only. Yeah.
They was dancing to the song Cent 5 cents.
Let me see. All right, hold on. KFC. KFC phone only hanging up all the time. Oh, Tommy, look who in the chat. Look, you know Big George?
Of course.
Hey, KFC, stay by the Wi-Fi, man. Anytime you call, you're hanging up. You're moving from by the Wi-Fi. Stay by the pole. Don't move from by the pole.
Wall Street. They was dancing to the song Cent 5 cents, 10 cents, dollar. And when it reached dollar, it was dollar, 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 dollar. He could not stop whining.
Oh God! Oh God! That fella's good. Look, Tommy, I don't know Big George coming. You know Big George? Big George is a staunch PNM, eh? You know that? Big George mightn't vote in an election in the last 50 years in Trinidad, but he's still a PNM, you know.
Well.
You understand? He ain't voted no election the last 50 years, you know. But he's still a PNM.
More power to him. More power to him.
Yeah, KFC. Big George mightn't vote in an election in the last 50 years in Trinidad. Yeah, KFC, turn on the computer.
Should the nation hold them for the numbers now, eh?
Yeah, all right. I'll go pull it up.
But I say I can afford longer.
I'll go pull.
Singing wine back on me.
Eh? Oh God! I go.
With a labor on top of a horse too. Just do something tight.
Oh God!
And then must have to be showing. And then I run out tight pants. So get through.
I go bring it up.
I feel when I get the building, you know. Get afraid of poor tight pants.
Oh. I wasn't doing cent, 5 cent, 10 cents, dollar.
You wasn't saying my me and that side. But I take out sense out of that song to it.
Boy, I didn't see that, boy. I said, we.
So I'm supposed to sue them, you know.
I'm telling you, man. We.
Yeah, but I got a real dog in the sport, yeah, boy.
Man. Woo.
I want to see, let if you want to see them how days.
Yeah, I go put it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Bless. Yeah, Tommy. Back to Big George, Tommy. Big George in Jersey here was about 50-something years. He never voted in no election in the past half a century. You know what? The West Indies could have do with him last night. You understand? A half century. The only person make any runs last night was Ruston Chase. Right? The West Indies could have do with Big George last night, as long as he been in this country. But you know what, Tommy? He's still a PNM, you know.
Yeah.
You can't stop him, you know. You think them fellas in them easy, right? Big George, welcome. Hold on, eh? Oh, so there was a video going around, Tommy, with the Afghan team on the bus after they beat, who they beat? Australia or South Africa? Was it Australia or South Africa? I remember, they beat one of them teams. Let's look at that.
Don't forget, Michael Jordan, Obama, a champion, Mandela, a champion, Serena, a champion, Wendy, a champion, Shakira, a champion, Mike Friday, Paul, a champion. Everybody knows say bravo, a champion,
Tommy, that's interesting, you know.
You see Bravo laughing his head up there?
Yeah, I mean, one of our nationals is the bowling coach for Afghanistan. And Tommy, he had applied for the job for the United States and they turned him down.
They're lost.
As the bowling coach. Yeah?
That's their loss.
Yeah, so there we have it, man. Bravo, boy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nigel said was Australia. They beat Australia. George said thank you. George said I'm a PNM too. George, don't tell the people about no George. I don't support the RPNM, George. Just so you know. Right? I'm not gonna speak for Tommy. And speak for yourself, eh? You want talking? Tommy, he talking for me all of a sudden. What's wrong with him? Yeah? So
inside your head.
Yeah. George went inside my head. I want you all to listen to an opinion from Clyde Weatherhead on the situation with the Prime Minister, the Minister of Energy, regarding this corruption issue corruption issue with this Indian businessman. Take a listen to this.
Questions for the PM, Energy Minister, and Cabinet. An opinion by Clyde Weatherhead. Did this Indian industrialist submit a bid for the refinery before the PM visited India? Did this industrialist or his company submit a bid in response to the RFP for sale or lease of the refinery, or even an unsolicited bid? Is it okay to deal with a businessman on corruption charges simply because the charges were from a very long time ago? Why are you all complaining about sitting across the aisle from in Parliament or on bail, but willing to sell our refinery to a foreign businessman who is before the court on corruption charges and must be out on bail? How did the PM not know or was caught by surprise by the fact that this businessman was on corruption charges? Was there no due diligence done? So when you say we will continue to push ahead and to pursue what needs to be pursued on behalf of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, does that mean you will deal with businessmen and investors on corruption charges without demanding that they clear their names first? Is it that the end justifies the means, or by any means necessary is now the principle by which our government operates?
Hear that? So these questions, have to be answered. But Tommy, They went on the streets and they were asking questions about, somebody just sent me something there, boy, about the government. I want to take a listen to this.
Your take, right? I mean, obviously, you're a man you would have seen a lot through the years.
Yeah.
Your take on the unions and their position right now concerning the current administration.
Yeah, this government is the worst government that we have in this country. They ain't do nothing. They ain't do one thing. All they do make the place get harder and the murder rate going up. They ain't do nothing. It's a waste of time having them in there. I agree with the union to get rid of them. Get rid of them. They ain't doing one thing.
Well, let me ask you though, because over the years we would have
make the place harder.
Now, obviously, with unions and the theatre of the politics of the day, we heard some of the unions yesterday outright, denouncing the current administration, the government, giving their allegiance to the opposition. But we have seen it also in the past when the opposition was in power. They would have done the same thing. What's your take on sometimes the public pulling and tugging with the unions and the administration of the day?
I would probably have to say, how to put this? It's not really doing anything to help the situation because it's just, I would say it's like, all right, they're giving their allegiance to the opposition. And then when we reach back to the past opposition or whatever the case may be, we're going to end up in the same problem like we're in now. And it's just a constant reoccurrence of the same situation over and over. And honestly, for me, I think it's time, as a lot of people believe, it's time for some new, fresh blood.
In terms of even in the unions, you need like fresh blood in the unions.
Fresh blood in the union, fresh blood in the government, we need fresh blood. We need to just scrap everything and start over from scratch because this country is going, I don't want to say we're going, but...
Yeah. What's your take on the kind of back and forth we see sometimes with the union leaders?
I find the other one was so bad. And this is the worst one.
Yeah.
Turn on like them. Everything going up. And the people ain't get no money. He said last year Christmas they'll get bad money for Christmas. They ain't get nothing. He's a liar.
Well, that happens all the time. When you vex at one, we join with the other. And most likely, you're not going to know who really people vote for, right? They might be just saying that is up to the, public and everybody.
I'll be honest with you. Government come, government go, same thing. No matter who go in power. Government come, government go, same scenario. And that's the honest truth.
What you feel could change that though?
People just have to be more compassionate about the country, how they go about strategizing what they're doing for the country, and find a common ground to make everything work. That's what is needed. Not the bickering. Time to get away from the traditional or the colonial politics where I ain't siding with you because it's not my party bring it. If you come together as one, whether you're on the opposition side or you're on the ruling party side, once it benefits the country, vote for it. That's what I need to do.
So in all your years, this is the worst of the worst.
This is one government that have worst government that no like them.
Uncle, you better, you better, Uncle, oh God, you better.
Yeah, they ain't no good man.
All right. I hear you. All right, sir.
Take care.
Take it easy, man.
No problem.
Oh God, boy.
Uncle said that is the worst government. Uncle right?
Yep.
Uncle absolutely 100% correct. Yeah? Uncle,
don't tell Big George that,
No, don't tell Big George that. Big George don't want to hear that. Big George, if you talk to Big George, you know what Big George gonna say? Boy, this is the best government we ever had in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, boy. Yeah? Folks, we're gonna go for a quick break. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We're gonna go for a quick break and we'll be right back after this. Stick and stay, don't go nowhere. I'm gonna get something here. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. We'll be right back after this short message.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
The Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Yo, what's going on? This is Drizzy Drake.
Hi, this is Rihanna.
Hey, what's up? This is Ludacris.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
You're rocking with the best. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
This is Travis Scott for 117.
You're listening to In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
What it do is the baby and we in the mix. What's up? It's your boy Usher.
What's up, y'all? This is Beyonce.
Yeah, it's your boy Chris Brown right here.
Playing nothing but the best. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
This is Travis Scott for 117.
You're listening to In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
What it do is the baby and we in the mix.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And of course, you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And like Wall Street will tell you, you can also text, you can leave a voice note. We play them.
There we go. Caribbean Soul says, Wall Street, you heard about the Trinidad upgraded to tier 2 in human trafficking? Nah, I didn't hear about that. You hear about that, Tommy?
No.
Caribbean Soul said, the media is corrupt. He asking the lady about the present government, but saying the opposition did the same. Here comes your boy, Tommy, Capitan. Government go, cry, come vote PNM. George says an uneducated voter is the worst. Trinidad full of them.
George, that's the strongest statement you made, and it's true.
George, like you finally getting some sense, boy. Eh?
Caribbean Soul says, George, a race voter is the same as an uneducated voter.
Okay.
True Caribbean Soul.
Read that one, Tommy.
How can I vote for someone born in Trinidad that thinks they were born in India?
What George mean by that? So wait. Colin Booth. Where was Colin Booth? Colin Booth was born in Trinidad?
No, somebody said Antigua.
The Attorney General was born in Trinidad?
Nope.
So where George going? Eh? That is the PNM education. That's all I could say. Eh? That is the PNM education, George. You know, Tommy, it's funny, eh? People just talk about PNM give you free education. PNM give you this, PNM give you that. What is our government supposed to do?
Satisfy the people's needs.
I don't understand. He said Trinidad, but his leader is from Tobago. That's what they're supposed to do, satisfy the people's needs. Whatever it is, you are in there. You were elected, right? To supply the people's needs. Okay. It seems like if they have a different agenda when they get into office. But anyhow, Tommy, I did an editorial on the whistleblower law, right? Because I am in favor of that law. And oh God, I had to play the thing from Gordon Joseph now. Gordon Joseph told me, well, boy, finally you start to see the light. You start to now understand And did I play that last time?
I don't remember.
All right, so listen to this. This is the editorial on the whistleblower.
An editorial by Professor Wall Street. The recent passage of the Whistleblower Protection Act in Trinidad and Tobago marks a significant step towards fostering transparency and accountability within the country. Here are 10 reasons why this act can be beneficial. 1. Encourages transparency. The act encourages individuals to report corruption and other wrongdoings without fear of retaliation, leading to greater transparency in both public and private sectors. 2. Protects whistleblowers. It provides legal protection to whistleblowers, ensuring they are not subjected to harassment, intimidation, or victimization. 3. Fights corruption. By facilitating disclosures of improper conduct, the Act is a powerful tool in the fight against corruption. 4. Promotes ethical practices. The Act promotes ethical practices by holding individuals and organizations accountable for their actions. 5. Strengthens institutions. It strengthens institutions by ensuring that they operate with integrity and are subject to scrutiny. 6. Boosts public trust. The Act can boost public trust in government and businesses as it demonstrates a commitment to addressing misconduct. 7. Improve governance. With the Act in place, governance is likely to improve as officials are aware that their actions are being monitored and reported. 8. Economic benefits. By reducing corruption, the Act can lead to economic benefits, such as increased foreign investment and better allocation of resources. 9. Legal clarity. The Act provides clear legal guidelines on how disclosures should be handled, which can streamline the process of investigating claims. 10. Cultural shift. Ultimately, the Act can contribute to a cultural shift towards valuing honesty and integrity in all aspects of society. In conclusion, the Whistleblower Protection Act is a commendable initiative that has the potential to bring about positive change in Trinidad and Tobago by creating an environment where integrity is upheld and misconduct is not tolerated.
You know, I just feel, Tommy, that our Whistleblower Act is good for the country in that people can be protected if they see corruption happening and they decide to speak up about it. I don't see how that could be bad.
True. Let's hear what Gordon Joseph has to say.
Okay, let me see if I get that. Let me see if I get that from Gordon Joseph. Let me play this one from COP first.
Rohan telling Faris Alwari, do back on me, do back. Yeah, Faris, you're looking sexy, really sexy. Boom, boom, looking so healthy. I jamming at you so purposely.
Kingsley, welcome. Kingsley, welcome. Yeah, welcome, Kingsley. How are you?
Yeah, you want it?
You gotta come a little closer. Come closer to the phone.
Yeah, you hear me better now?
Yeah, we hearing you better than now.
Oh, she never said good night to you. Good night to Uncle Tommy.
Good night, Kingsley.
Good night to my good friends of the Republican. Good night to you all. Of the not to Washington friend, PNM Democrat friends. But I say good night to the Republican UNC friends.
Oh God.
Well, shit, I want to say this. Well, shit, because as the activists call for unity, as the activists call, and some activists, some people I know will not love unity because they believe that Guy Griffith and them have to show what they're worth I think Gary Griffith don't show what he worth already. And as I advise my party carefully, we cannot have Gary Griffith running wild. We have to tame him. We must tame him. We must tame Gary Griffith. We need a partnership alliance with the NTA, also with Makeda Pandey. Also with Makeda Pandey. As I said, Wall Street, Kamala Prasad Bisasa is the mother of this nation. We branded that. Kingsley gave her that name, big and bold. We branded the mother of the nation. And I'm telling her, it is time to call for daughter Makeda and work with her. Work with Makeda Pandey. Tell her the good about her father when she served underneath the great Silver Fox, Kamala Prasad Bisasa. And Washington, I'm saying this, Washington. The UNC is the bigger opposition party more than these smaller parties. And I am hearing that them smaller parties are saying that they're reaching out to my leader, my political leader, the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisasa, the mother of Trinidad and Tobago. These smaller parties are reaching out to Kamala Prasad Bisasa and the UNC and the executive, and they're getting no word. And you know, sometimes people lost patience, so they might want to ask in the public way what's going on. So I am hearing these small parties saying they're reaching out. So I am saying this. We also are the bigger party. We also cannot wait for this small party to reach out to us. We also have to reach out to these smaller parties. We also, because as I in this politics for 14 years, and I observe the supporters of the PNM. When I was at PNM, we did not talk to Manning. We did not tell him, hey, this is what's on the ground. We support blindly. And today, we end up with Dr. Rowley. We support Manning blindly. We didn't care less what Manning do with Color Heart and his slate and the Chinese. We support Manning blindly. And I'm telling my supporters, we cannot support the UNC blindly because the UNC will remain in opposition once we support them blindly. I learn. So if I learn, we cannot support the UNC blindly because we cannot take every day to call out Rowley because we cannot see our neighbor house dirty and we house dirty too, but we only watching the neighbor house and believe that the neighbor house more dirty than we house. But if we look closely into our house, we house more dirty than the neighbor house. We house more dirty than the neighbor house. So we understand, Washit and Uncle Tommy, that unity is the only way forward. United is the only way forward to beat the major political party, the institution, the machine, and watch it as we as a PNM, watch it as we come from the PNM. Watch it, we can say, watch it, the PNM in dead. We can say the PNM in dead. And don't ever believe anybody saying the PNM dead, especially who come from the PNM. There wasn't a true PNM. They don't understand the PNM machine. They don't understand. Watch it. People are saying that no goodies are sharing out. After that sports day, I am saying this, goodies are sharing out. But the goodies long time, watch it, used to be published, used to be in the public domain. Now the goodies passing underneath the table. The goodies passing, the honey bag. The honey bag is passing underneath the table. Don't get top of that. Don't get top of that. Don't feel, Washington Uncle Tommy and the listeners. Don't feel on Washington program, the listeners. Don't feel because how Rowdy closed down Petachin, the people gonna vote against him, you know. Because as I know, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, I know that they say when you're hungry, you eat anything and it will taste good. They say when you're hungry, you will eat anything and it will taste good. After 9 years, Dr. Rowley leave the people hungry. So the people are hungry. And anything the PNM show in the people face of Trinidad and Tobago, they're going to eat it and they're going to find it tastes good. So they're going to want more. They're going to eat it. Dr. Rowley leave this country hungry. Dr. Rowley leave this country hungry for 9 years. Dr. Rowley also leave this country angry. He leave this country angry after 9 years. Angry man is a hungry man. And a hungry man is an angry man. So today, the little goodies were passing underneath. It mightn't be good. It mightn't be healthy for our country. But the people's going to eat it. As I said, Wall Street, the UNC have the base. The UNC base will always vote for the UNC because that is the base. But what should I am speaking about? People like you who leave the PNM or have a foot out of the PNM. How could we convince you? Why we are seeing that the UNC party? How could we convince the undecided people and them who sit down on the fence? We think by Rowley causing no petition.
But Kingsley, let me ask you this quick question. Just two quick questions before you go. Kingsley, here is my question, right? We're talking about unity, right? I hear you call PEP. What is the sense if the UNC even want to talk to Philip Alexander about unity? I don't get that. And secondly,
talk about party. Will make relevant now. PEP.
Okay, all right. Let me drop that.
Let me know disrespect at all.
Let me drop that one. All right, let me drop that.
I cannot support Philip Alexander.
All
I
right.
cannot support him.
All right.
I know the man. I know
Kingsley, I'm looking at your partner, Koki, you know, your partner on the that program. They're looking at him, Koki, you know, because I noticed every day now they're playing a Philip Alexander video. I'm watching them Koki, you know. You know what Koki is?
Well, them emotional. They just want them to move, so they're playing thing. But
all right, lastly before you go, Kingsley, here is my question, my concern. How could you, Kingsley, one of the leading UNC activists calling for unity, but it having a man inside it trying to cut the throat of the political leader when there's no internal election for the political leader? And you saying we ought to get unity. But how could that be, Kingsley? I don't understand that.
As about 10 minutes ago, I now finished listening to the Honorable Kamala Prasad, Isesa. And as she called for unity, like Kingsley, she said she talking to the state of the United Patriot. She said she are willing to work. Come and work with the UNC. Do not try to bring down the UNC if the membership didn't vote for you. She called on each member of the executive of his staff team to work with the former next team of the United Patriot. She also said that the MP who vote for PNM, she said that the caucus in Mitazet, but Ragbe will get a chance to come to the executive. She will get a fair chance to come to the executive and give a story why. She said it in the constitution that the member who behave in that kind of manner must come to the executive and give why they vote someone they vote, and then the executive will come out with a decision what they're going to do. But she called for unity.
All right. Let me leave it there for now. Let me leave it there for now.
I will thank you very much.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. Yeah, bless. Yeah. You know, Tommy, I hear the call for unity here, Tommy. But in my estimation, Tommy, once the internal election was over, right? You lost. You should have put your tail between your leg, you know, and move back inside and start to work for the party. Because there's no internal election coming up. There's an internal election coming up in the future for the political leader. But if you still making all kind of, you know, hem and haw, you're hemming and hawing, talking about all kind of thing, I don't get that. I don't get that. But I'm surprised, boy. Kings, he say you don't even want to talk about the pep, boy. Oh God, he surprised me there, boy. Tommy, boy.
Hmm.
Because I hear he call NTA, I hear he call McKellar Pandey. I said, but why am the pep? You know, I mean, I know Hailey and Trini Margo go get vexed because the man talking and you know Kingsley does talk long already.
Yeah, but Pep's has got more mileage than Michaela. Michaela only have the legacy of her father.
Don't me, boy. That you, but you're grasping for straws there, boy. Tommy, boy.
No, I'm not a supporter of Pep or anybody, you know.
No, I hear you, but you say
I just talking the facts that
all right,
Pep's been on the landscape. They've been
yeah.
visible on the landscape.
Facts is facts. I can't disagree with you on that. Facts is facts. They have more. They have been. They fought a general election.
Correct.
And they fought a local election, a local
Correct.
government election. And Michaela Pandey have not fought
anything
at all. Yeah, anything at all. It seemed like if Michaela Pandey is riding the coattails of her father.
That's all she's doing. Her father's legacy. She's capitalizing on it.
And there's no body of work to show what she actually can bring to the table. You know what I'm saying?
Her qualification is that of an attorney, which is stronger than Phillips.
Yeah, but you're absolutely correct. He brings, at least you can say, well, we get 5,900 votes in a general election.
Mm-hmm.
And they fought a by-election in some other place and they come second, they beat the PNM. And they also fought a local government election and, you know, they get some votes. Yeah? Yeah, Mr. Florida, welcome.
Good night, Mr. Ansem. Good night, Mr. Tommy.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Ansem and Mr. Tommy, the question I have in my mind, you know, listening to everything and what everybody's saying, do people, you think they really want to get rid of this PNM government? To me, they don't really want to get rid of this government, you know, because right now, all I hear from everybody is questioning UNC. Even the people that know about UNC, they're questioning UNC. You understand? Everybody have the opinion, this one word this and that one word that, and we questioning. You see, this is where the problem is in Trinidad and Tobago. After the 9 years, coming close to election now, people forget. You know, they won't come on the radio and talk about the 9 years and the first year when he went and he buy pit there, and the first year when he buy the new Mercedes Benz, and when he take away gate, and when he take away the food, this food program. And they won't come and talk about it, but they will come on the station and are listening it on YouTube, and a lot of people, they only UNC have to do this, and UNC have to do that, and UNC have to do this, and UNC have to do that. And then the undecided voters and the voters and them who in the middle, they're listening. And that's where they will come to the conclusion. Right now, what I figure out to everybody saying, UNC not stable, and UNC don't have a foundation. So how you could vote them in government? And that is the narrative people only talking. Nobody know bringing them back up in 9 years. This is city season. This is election time, and this is where we saw people in Trinidad supposed to start to be posting all the wrongdoing of this rowdy-led administration for the past 9 years, and refresh people's memory. But everything I hear is UNC had to do this, and UNC had to do that, and UNC had to do that. So, do they really watch it? I don't think so. Right now, I'm getting tired of this politics in Trinidad. Look, when I listen to Mr. Ansel, man.
Yeah, man. Bless.
I hear you, Mr. Florida, making a good sense, you know.
Yeah, he making sense.
It could be very exhausting because.
But Tommy, I no joke, you know. I no joke. Politics in Trinidad is not for the faint of heart.
No, it's not. But at the end of the day, the way things look at this point, Tobago is going to be the king or queen maker.
Yeah, you're correct. I could go for that.
We just had to,
go ahead, Tommy.
We just had to hope that party holds steadfast.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try to get someone from Tobago in here. I want to play this. We did a video here with respect to why Prime Minister Rowley wouldn't call an early election. And you see, and this was maybe about a month or two ago. I want you guys to listen to this. Listen to this.
As Trinidad and Tobago approaches its scheduled election year in 2025, speculation abounds regarding the intentions of Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley. Despite some voices advocating for an early election, here are 10 reasons why Dr. Rowley is unlikely to deviate from the established timeline. 1. Stability amidst uncertainty. Dr. Rowley may prioritize political stability during a period of global uncertainty, including economic challenges. Holding the election as scheduled can provide a sense of continuity and assurance to the populace. 2. Fulfillment of mandate. With an election scheduled in 2025, Dr. Rowley may aim to fulfill his government's mandate and deliver on promises made to the electorate without the distraction of premature political maneuvers. 3. Policy implementation. The Prime Minister may see the remainder of his term as an opportunity to implement key policies and initiatives, demonstrating his administration's effectiveness and commitment to governance. 4. Economic recovery. Given the economic impacts of the pandemic, Dr. Rowley might prioritize steering the country towards recovery before facing the electorate. An early election could divert attention from crucial economic measures. 5. Party preparation. Dr. Rowley's party may require more time to prepare for an election, including candidate selection, campaign organization, and policy development. Rushing into an early election could undermine these crucial aspects. 6. Social cohesion and unity. Dr. Rowley may prioritize maintaining social cohesion and unity within Trinidad and Tobago, recognizing that an early election could potentially exacerbate divisions within society. Holding the election as scheduled allows for continued focus on national unity and collective progress. 7. Maintaining advantage. The ruling party might perceive itself to have an advantage by waiting until the scheduled election year, allowing more time to consolidate support, address any potential challenges, and strategize effectively. 8. International relations. Dr. Rowley may consider the implications of an early election on Trinidad and Tobago's international standing and relationships. Stability and adherence to democratic norms could be prioritized. 9. Legal and constitutional considerations. Adhering to the established election timeline ensures compliance with legal and constitutional frameworks, reinforcing the rule of law and institutional integrity. 10. Public opinion and trust. Prematurely calling an election could be perceived as opportunistic or self-serving. Dr. Rowley might prioritize maintaining public trust and demonstrating a commitment to democratic processes by respecting the established electoral timeline. In conclusion, while speculation may abound, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley's decision not to call an early election in Trinidad and Tobago is likely informed by a multitude of factors, including stability, policy objectives, and democratic principles. As the country navigates its path forward, adherence to established timelines and processes can contribute to a sense of continuity and legitimacy in governance.
There you have it. So there you have it. Well, Tommy, I think Tommy, you torment on no early election, right?
Of course.
Yeah. You
He needs the time to put things in place. That's why you see straws are being grabbed out of India.
Yeah. Yep. So let me play a voice note from Gordon Joseph. Let me play this voice note.
Good after lunch. God first. Gentlemen, there are some of us out here who are always appreciative of talk show hosts and guests and presenters who consider that there are some persons who are listening who don't have party cards and are not party members in Trinidad and Tobago. But I'm always looking forward to see how much easier I could do that which is best, and what is best not just for them, but for the population. And it is very, 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 very harmful and hurtful when sometimes there are what is described as go along, come along. Talk show hosts who want you to go along with them and quickly come along with them in what they believe to be the best and what they believe to be right, especially if it is based on hate, dislike, for this government person or for this government or for this opposition person or for this opposition, which is so unfortunate. Mr. Nesbitt, it's good you open up the lines for people that they can not only come in and talk, but there are those out there who are listening and looking to see what is best for us, Trinidad and Tobago. And those who you are bringing in, we'll take it for granted that you will brief them before. This is the time the thing running for, so switch off your phone. Be professional. You ain't gonna be eating and drinking while the thing going on, and it is your time to contribute. Why? Because there are some persons out there who want to hear what you have to say, to see if there's a change in your position because you've had a bias or by them, or if it is that you've always been balanced and they look forward to hearing from you. As many of us have been accustomed to Mr. Vishnu. In most cases, you could listen to him because you feel as if he don't have a side. We can't say the same for Mr. James or Mr. Nesbitt, So we expect that is the kind of leash that we'll see coming out, a professional from when you bring these people on. And we hope that you brief them before, so we don't have to go through what we're going through, this kind of amateur kind of, people listening and you know looking to eat that callaloo and crab and thing must be so good that you take a little time out, say, look, you're taking it out and come back. All right? But we're listening, we're looking, because we know that the question was asked just now, how come this government seems to have so much support in spite of? Yes, because for some of us who are no party card and so on, we see what the other sides are doing. The other sides, they can't get the act together. Yeah? And we're seeing a genuine attempt, even though they're making some big, big blunders, but we've seen a genuine attempt to get things right, to make things work better than it was working before, not just to make it work, better than it was working before. But they go along, come along, host and think they don't want to hear you deal with that. All they want to do is, I don't like this man, so you must help me get rid of him. Well, the people have always been deciding, and at the end of the day, at the beginning of the night, I don't think that will change for a while. The people will decide. They run a poll saying if this media or the media seems to be supporting this opposition more than the government. You know what the poll say? Tell them, Mr. Nesbitt. Because things like that I don't hear you talk about. Tell them what the poll say. Come on, man. Balance is very important in order to have it done properly and maturely. Yeah? Thanks for the opportunity. God first.
He hammered me.
You see why I call him Gordon Joseph?
Right.
Oh, God. man listens attentively, boy.
Oh yeah.
God, boy. You know.
And he observed Dr. James yesterday
Yeah,
eating.
you observe, man. You observe, man. Yeah. Yeah, oh God, boy. Yeah, you had to give him credit. First, let me go to the chat. Okay. Nigel says,
How can the citizens should not be accept the government shutting down essential industries? Our Prime Minister and ministers are poor managers. We must hold them accountable and vote them out.
okay. Yeah, Mr. Florida, welcome.
Yeah, the night I get Mr. Hansen was Tommy. Mr. Hansen, now your partner or that
Yeah.
golden fella?
Yeah,
He threw some,
that Tommy partner.
he threw some shots on Tommy and he threw some shots on Dr. James. Right?
Yeah, you pelt, you know. It's big stone here be pelted, you know. From fire, you know.
But I tell you, look right now, Tommy head boss. Tommy, you know what you say?
Correct, but
he pelt 3 blows at Tommy, you know, straight one after the other, you know. Hat trick, yes.
Well,
yeah.
And Tommy did want to get 3 wickets. They want so Mr. Hansen, a question for you and Mr. Tommy, you know, because I wanted to find out this. You do think people in Trinidad and Tobago campaign when they had a campaign for election on policy or Lacari and Picong and Bacchanal?
Nah, people don't vote on policy in Trinidad.
But that is what I'm saying. So when people coming out and speaking ill about UNC and about the need to do this and this is what PNM is going to use on the platform because there's nothing with policies. There's only Picong and Lacari and Bacchanal. And the thing is, we as the people want change, but we fuel in the fire for PNM because when we come and saying certain things about UNC, they're going to keep all that. Everything that they say online is recorded. Mr. Hansen, don't feel like they record your program, you know.
Oh, I know they record it. I ain't care.
Everything that you see on your program, every time you have a program, they record it. And the campaign trail, when it's coming close to election, they're going to use it. If you say something. So this is what people have to understand. The campaign trail is on Lacare, Bacchanal, and Picong. Don't give PNM fuel and ammunition and give them arsenal to fight this election. Come on, people, time to think. And let me start to, if you have to vent whatever you have to say, speak about the ill wills this PNM do for 9 years. UNC will get the act together, leave management from management. Look on and listen,
Yeah,
Mr. Tom.
All right, bless. Yeah.
Okay, Florida.
George says, nah, leave that right there. If my ancestors are African, I born in Trinidad, should I call myself a Trinidadian first or an African first? Please educate me.
George,
go ahead, Tommy.
Your ancestry would never leave you. But we who are born in Trinidad, our primary and main focus is Trinidad. So that's why we are willing to give up Mother Africa for Trinidad, as was instructed by our nation's father.
But Tommy, let me ask you a question though. If somebody is born in the United States to Russian parents, do they call themselves a Russian or do they call themselves an American? Or do they call it a Russian American? Or do they call them a Russian American?
They call themselves an American, but of Russian heritage.
Okay. So, George, what do you call yourself? Do you call yourself a Trinidadian or an African? That's what I would ask. Yeah? Nigel says they ain't concerned with budgeting for food. It's our responsibility for permitting this. Caribbean Soul says, Nigel, you forget this is P&M country. They could smash up, sell whatever they want because that's what the supporters of the party accept. Nigel says they ain't concerned with budgeting for food. It's our fault for permitting this. Cameron, welcome. Cameron said, good night, P&M people. Good night, P&M people does act like the government is the only to collect money and not to pave roads, build schools, build hospitals. Nothing. That's why Rowley people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid. Okay. Capitan say, Kingsley talking P&M. Jenny Sai, welcome. Joanne, welcome. Joanne, where you joining us from? Caribbean Soul have a question for Kingsley. How the goodies didn't work for UNC because both parties does share bone. Kingsley, there's a question for you. Nigel says, as long as they keep us divided, we citizens will never win. Joan, welcome. Jason Miller, welcome. Good night. Nigel English says, it's the people's fault for allowing Dr. Rowley to destroy TNT. What do you say about that, Tommy?
It's people's fault for this allowing any leader to do the wrong thing and continue doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, okay, all right. Right. Anna says, totally agree, Wall Street. Internals over, tuck your tail and move on to remove road. Yes. I mean, that's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. We had an internal election, right, Tommy?
Mm-hmm.
The election is finished, right? It was a clean sweep for the United Patriots. You know, it's the same thing happened with the internal election for the PNM, you know?
No, it was a clean sweep for the star team.
My bad. The star team. Correct is right. Yeah, for the star team, right? It's the same thing happened with the PNM internal election, you know? Right?
Yep.
Dr. Rowley Slate.
So in that event, you'll say Karen did the wrong thing.
No. Karen did the absolute right thing. No, I'll never go back on that. Never go back on that.
Okay.
Karen did absolutely the right thing. And I felt that Karen should have stayed with the PNM. If you ask me. Right? She should have stayed. Because she had political leaders qualities. Right? So Tommy, the election is over. The United Patriots should put their tails between their legs and say, you know what? We now have a bigger fish to fry. The bigger fish to fry is the general election. You still can't be going out there and say, you know, if it happen again tomorrow, I go still go and fight for the political leader and so on and so forth. No, there comes a point in time where does it end? Where's the end? What's the end game? Right? No.
You know, as I mentioned, Karen, something just jumped into my head. What about this Hope team that they form, or Hope party that they form? What is their story, and what relevance are they putting to the landmass, to the population?
Let me read the next chat. Let me read the next quote, next comment in the chat. Tommy, get it. Come on, Tommy. Come on, man. In my estimation, Tommy, Hope is a bourgeois party.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bourgeois party, and them ain't gonna understand what it's about grassroots. They ain't gonna understand. I'm sorry. That's why they haven't gotten any traction. It's a bourgeois party. You know? So that is for another day. I'll bring back Karen in here and tell she, Karen, people say your party is a bourgeois party, you know.
Yeah, and meanwhile you're pointing at yourself.
No, I'm removing myself from that.
Mm-hmm.
I say now people tell me and I'm just regurgitating. I'm like, you know when Dr. Rowley says something, the those didn't go along, get along, PNM gang that's just regurgitate whatever he said.
Right.
So I'm just regurgitating what I hear other people say.
All right.
Cameron says, I find these people who in the UNC fighting Kamala should stop their madness. I still see them fighting, still on top. They lost Rowley. Is taking full advantage of this situation. Yeah, they had to stop fighting. They had to just leave it alone. And there's a bigger battle. Indra, welcome. Jenny says, Anna Moonsami, good night. Anna says, Michaela is a lazy politician. All she good for is to float with Rowley and camping with Brian. Oh,
Hmm.
God. You know, I don't understand this comment, Tommy. What does that comment mean? On
Like,
this, yeah, I don't understand. What does that mean?
I've heard that many times and time over, and it's a way of creating more division among that ethnic group, which is counterproductive.
So, folks, I have a comment on the screen, right? I don't understand what that comment means. Can maybe somebody can call, or you can send a voice note and kind of explain. Oh. Sometimes Capitan might explain it. I know Capitan can explain it, but
No,
sometimes
it's that it's in plain English is a bougie sect within.
So it's a upper class kind of thing.
Right. It's
A
just like
class kind of thing. A class kind of
just like you described Hope a moment ago.
yeah.
It's like such, you know.
Okay. So it's a uppity kind of bourgeois kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But anybody could just like add to that, just to clarify it now. Because I always heard of that and I didn't. What it means. I mean, I know it are poor people that use knife and fork too. You know what I mean? Yeah. Cameron says Rowley came out and even said the UNC can't hold their house together. Imagine they get in government. This UNC backbiters is destroying UNC chance to win election. Okay. Cyril Ramada, boy. Trinidad and Tobago politics. Cyril, welcome. Steve Ramada too, boy. Hi, Cyril, brother. This election is about UNC versus PNM. 4% on one hand versus 14% in the other 1% versus everybody. Strawberry farming versus cane farming. It's about close to 1,000 recusals for friends, families, and finances, benefiting millions in control.
Contracts.
Okay. Benefiting millions in contract. Yeah. Nigel English says, what policy? This is a bloody joke. Rowley can't catch a mouse already in a cage. Okay. Hailey says, Cameron, they too destroy the UNC charge because if UNC win, Kamala will be hailed the queen of UNC, and those snakes can't let that happen. That is, you have to question some of these snakes' intention, Greed. Nigel say anything is better than Dr. Rowley. Anna said Rowley. I said he didn't know about Jin Lal. Guess it like he didn't know how Delcy and all those who were sanctioned. Since she said that, I wonder if I should play that editorial, boy. I vote on which government will suffer the people more. Okay. Ali says, good question, answer. True, Tommy. Jenny says, Wall Street. Keith was given not one, but 2 terms. And look at the state of the country. Almost 10 years later, it's time to move them. I don't disagree with that, Jenny. Jenny say, you mean hopeless, Tommy? Oh, God, look how highly say, boy. Answer me as a dunce, hour. Well, I wonder why highly calling me a dunce, boy. Why, Tommy? Why highly do that? Remember they used to call COP knife and fork party? Okay.
Yep.
Poor people just eat with their hand, one knife and fork. What wrong with you, Eiley? What wrong with Eiley? You never went to the Chinese store and get a plastic knife and fork, Tommy? And you come home
Yeah, but it's tradition for East Indians to eat with their hand.
Okay. All right. So that where the knife and fork thing come from?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll learn something tonight. That's what it is, we interested in learning, You're never too late to learn, All right, let me play that editorial for you guys on let me see if I have it here. That's the editorial on, if I can find it, that's Kamala only 1%. 6. Not that one. 5. Not that one. Had it been 4 then? No. Oh, you know what? I know what. I know what. That editorial is in that editorial is in the here it is. All right, I'm gonna play this editorial. So folks, here is an editorial today that was done on Dr. Rowley not knowing with respect to Jindal or Jindial? What is it? You know what it is, Tommy? It's Jinlal
Jindial.
something.
Something.
Jindal. It's Jindal. That's what it is. All right, here it is. Here's the editorial.
"10 Reasons Why His," an editorial by Professor Wall Street. Dr. Keith Rowley's statement regarding his lack of due diligence on Indian businessman Naveen Jindal contains several weaknesses and fails to adequately address the concerns. Here are 10 reasons why his excuse is poor. 1. Responsibility of leadership. As Prime Minister, it is Rowley's responsibility to ensure that he is informed about the background of individuals and companies his government interacts with. Delegating or neglecting this duty is not justifiable. 2. Advanced preparation. He suggests it was impractical to conduct background checks before his visit, but such checks are standard practice and can be done quickly with modern resources. His failure to do so shows a lack of preparation. 3. Generalizations versus specifics. While he claims to have spoken in generalities to various groups, the fact remains that specific interactions with potential investors should have been backed by prior knowledge of their backgrounds, especially when these interactions lead to significant engagements. 4. Reputation management. By not investigating Jindal's background, Rowley exposed his administration to reputational risks. It is essential for leaders to be cautious about who they endorse or associate with publicly. 5. Access to information. With the resources available to a prime minister, obtaining information on a businessman's past, especially one with a significant public presence like Jindal, should have been straightforward and expected. 6. Precedent of due diligence. Skipping due diligence set a poor precedent for future dealings and suggests a lack of rigor in evaluating potential partners, which can lead to further issues down the line. 7. Reaction to criticism. Instead of addressing the core issue of why due diligence was not done, Rowley deflects by attacking the logic and motives of his critics, which does not resolve the underlying concern. 8. Public trust. Citizens expect their leaders to act with integrity and due diligence. Failing to investigate potential partners undermines public trust in his decision-making process. 9. Strategic importance.
The nature of international business deals requires careful vetting to avoid complications that might arise from partnerships with controversial figures impacting national interests. 10. Logical fallacy. His argument that he could not have known about Jindal before the visit is a logical fallacy. The process of vetting should continue after initial contacts are made, and any subsequent engagement should be based on thorough checks. In conclusion, Dr. Rowley's statement falls short of providing a valid justification for his lack of due diligence regarding Naveen Jindal's past. It reflects poorly on his preparedness, leadership responsibilities, and commitment to safeguarding the country's interests.
Okay.
I can't wait to see what I'm capable of.
So there you have it, folks. An editorial, because I just felt that, you know, as Prime Minister, with all the resources that you have, Tommy, right? Even though you have a meeting, subsequently, you know, you could actually follow up and get it right. Or he himself could go Google it, just Google him my name. And you know the thing about it, Tommy, is when you miss when you're going front at the wharf and you miss the whole ocean, you know, don't try to cover it up by saying that this happened years ago, and you know, it just unacceptable. And first of all, Tommy, why you the Prime Minister negotiating with a wealthy businessman? Why?
It speaks volume to, like I said, when I asked the question, why every Monday morning or every week we have a different scenario. It's just the way the rule book, or should I say the roadmap or the blueprint is written to run that country, and maybe many others too that find themselves in the same predicament, where you have a whole lot of room for errors and corruption and wrongdoing.
You know, and Tommy, that's why I asked Dr. Bishnu and Dr. James, what about procurement? You know, you negotiating with wealthy businessman, and you know what? If them guys say that, well, I want to buy the refinery, that's it. They don't have to be bids, right?
So the thing is this, is that why is it the Prime Minister who has to be in that discussion?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it we don't have like a foreign minister or a minister trader or someone of that ilk that's doing that kind of work, and they have not been prepped and have a good team to work with?
That's a good question. Let's take this voice note. Hold on.
Great show, Wall Street. You and Uncle Tony have a good night. Great show. 10 out of 10.
Thank you. Yeah, Tommy, I just don't get it, man. I mean, it sell the wrong signals. Let me just read these before we go for the break. What procurement? They butchered it. He watered it down for corruption. Capitan Rowley could have special branch and look at Jindal's background. I mean, it's that simple. Wall Street, Mrs. Kamala Prasad Besessa had the perfect answer on Jindal and Rowley on the UNC meeting tonight. Take a look at it when you get a chance. Here's the link. Thank you very much, Jenny. I'm gonna take a look at him. Yeah. You know, it's just shocking that you as the Prime Minister, Tommy, get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. It's simple. You know, you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. So, folks, put closing comments in the chat. Put closing comments in the chat. Put your closing comments in the chat. We're going to go for a quick break, and we'll be right back after this. We're going to wrap up. We'll be right back. Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Tommy, thing eating up in Tobago, boy. Trevor James running for chairman. Chrislyn Moore, who was the political leader of Tobago Forwards, she's also running for chairman. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try if I could get Chrislyn Moore and Trevor James in here. Farley's running unopposed. All right. Interesting though, Tommy, I didn't see Pastor Baines running for any position.
Did he hold a position before?
No, remember, this is a new party.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think he's a little disillusioned with the party or something of sort?
I ain't sure, no? I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe we need to talk to him.
Eh?
We need to talk to Pastor James.
You mean Pastor Baines?
Baines, rather.
Yeah. We go talk to him. Oh, God. Anna says, Stuart Upsing. Oh, God. She needs investor. All I am playing that he didn't know, but he know all who is corrupt. All right, folks. Here's my closing quote for the night. Hold on, Let me see this voice now.
Good night, Mr. Walsh. Good night, Uncle Tommy. Let me see them fellas and them now, boy. All them fellas, let me see them fellas. The boys see them fellas shop up and dancing and getting on a man. Whining back, wine back at me. They say, you wine back at me.
Yeah. KFC go get it tomorrow.
KFC's trouble.
Yeah, Jenny said exactly what she got caught, just like when Delcy and PDVSA came to Trinidad during the pandemic. He's always on her way and never knows. Yeah, he get caught with the hand in the cookie jar, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
He get fully exposed. All right, so my closing quote is, it bothers me when someone expects you to be okay with something that they wouldn't be okay with if it was done to them. It bothers me when someone expects you to be okay with something that they wouldn't be okay with if it was done to them. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, Tommy.
This one's for all my artistic brothers, because I used to be in the arts at one time. This is by David Boyle. He says, for you, the artist, craft is the vehicle for expressing your vision. Craft is the visible edge of art. Like I always say, you, the man in the mirror, be the change that you want to see. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, do not blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. See you on the next edition tomorrow, God willing. Good night.
Thank you, Tommy. So closing comments. Hailey says, Rushton fly high, but he never touched the sky and had to come back down to die. UNC get rid of them kind of fellas. They scamps looking for greed. Okay. Cameron says, I want to know why Rowley only wants to sell the refinery so fast and not to locals. Is there something he hiding and want to cover up? Okay. Anna says, good night all. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay hydrated, stay dry. Jenny says, great life tonight. Thank you, guys. Good night all. Cameron says, my closing comment is, UNC, let's unite and stop fighting each other. Let's take down the PNM. So there you have it, folks. Thank you very kindly. See you guys tomorrow night. Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. And we are out of here. And we always go out with this song. You know that. So we see you tomorrow. Same time. We out of here. Bye-bye.
This is oh Lord, Trinidad and Tobago. This is DJ Bravo. I'm hurting,
This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up in parliament economy. But let the moderators in another body in a drain. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. And next road stain with somebody's sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain? This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. Now with the love, with the vibes, with the hope. Now tell me something, how we really want we cope. When the children breathing in too much gun smoke. And the Coast Guard can never see a boat. You're sounding like some goats when they come looking for votes. With the empty promises, reading like a horoscope. Justice for sale in a fat envelope. Politically, all the answers is a joke. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up in parliament economy. But let the moderators in another body in a drain. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. And next road stain with somebody's sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain? This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place.
It doesn't matter the religion, the color, the creed, or the race. It's our responsibility to take care of our place.
Champion.